Hello, Spokane, and welcome back to another episode of EvoReal Talks. I am your host, Jessica Side, and I'm joined by...
Her guest today is Matt.
Matt Side is my host, second host.
I've downgraded myself to guest.
Guest.
Lower responsibility level.
Oh, okay, but just as important for those of you who've been our guests. Sheesh.
Yeah, actually, probably more important. Maybe that's why I did it.
It's true. I noticed that we both got something warm to drink today because yesterday was the last day of summer.
We're now in fall. It's time for tea.
It's like a little cozy.
No more San Pellegrinos or things on
That's
the
right. That's
back
right.
patio.
It's a cozy time of year. Matt, would you tell us about our featured home
Absolutely,
today?
I will.
Okay.
This is a hottie toddy. Here's the deal. If you're listening to this on Saturday, as the recording is coming out, you've probably missed our open house for today, but there is another open house from 11 o'clock to 2 p.m. tomorrow, so 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Sunday.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
All right, 113 West Glass Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
It is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath home. It's a little over 800 square feet, like literally like a few feet over 800 square feet on the main floor, but it does have a full basement.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just say this about the basement, that it is super clean.
Mm-hmm.
Concrete floor and walls. This is a 1939 pre-World War II bungalow in the Garland District. It is listed for $249,900, which is a pretty awesome price for that particular part of Spokane. Let's see. It actually very much, I don't know if you've looked at the pictures, Jessica, but it is the same era as the home that we live in.
Yes.
So it's got coved ceilings, it's got the arched doorways.
Yes.
It actually has the same tile that we used to have on our fireplace, kind of that yellow and kind of blue-green.
Turquoise.
Yeah, turquoise.
Yep. It was like a thing. And our house was built the exact same year.
Yeah, so it's obviously there was a discount at
it was
the
like
local
their
tile
subway.
place.
It was their subway tile.
Subway tile
White
from
subway.
1939.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's
That's
a great, it's got a detached garage. It's a pretty good size, 1.5 car detached garage. The roof has been replaced in the last 10 years, and the roof on the garage was also replaced, which doesn't always happen in that era of homes. Sometimes people just let the garage roofs go.
They let the garage roofs go. They let the side of the garage go, so it's usually like a peeling mess.
Yeah, no, it's all great paint, a nice solid slab in the garage, and a workbench, power to the garage, fenced
backyard. Can you give the address again?
Yes, 113 West Glass.
Okay.
Walking distance to Clark Park. I mean, I guess... So I'll just say this. If you're interested in the home, reach out to us at 509-62 House to schedule a private tour of the home, or just show up at the open house on Sunday.
Cool.
But
it's kind of close. It's like Garland District.
It is Garland District. So, I mean, it's just a little bit about the neighborhood.
Yes.
I didn't actually grow up in that neighborhood, but it kind of feels a little bit like I did because my grandma she used to live a block and a half north of Garland on Jefferson.
Right.
My dad grew up in that neighborhood. That was the house he grew up in.
So you spent a lot of time in that neighborhood when you visited her.
When we visited Grandma, and we did that a lot. This property is walking distance to Clark Park.
Yeah.
Which is only about 3 blocks north.
That's great.
The commercial district there.
I have to just say, so there's 3 buildings of note in the Garland District.
Let's talk about it.
Okay. The number 1 is the...
Can I say what I think it is?
Yeah.
I think it would be the milk bottle.
Well, that was my number 2.
All right.
But yeah,
what's your number 1?
The milk bottle, which was Benoit Creamery chain, like that was their thing, and that was built in 1935. The second one, I'll give you a hint. One of our friends owns it.
Oh, the Masonic Temple building.
That's right. So they've taken that, turned it into
a restaurant.
It's a restaurant and a real estate office, and so I'm glad that they've been able to kind of revive that. It's interesting because it was like when some of this information was written, it was considered a property that could be on the historic register.
I think it is, or it was. I don't know,
because I think they could only change so much of it. I'm sure that's part of as they were changing it into a restaurant. So I don't know for sure if it's still on that or if it ever was, or if the changes that they made made it so you couldn't have it. I don't know. And then the third building, come on.
The Garland Theater?
Yeah, the Garland Theater. So Masonic Temple was built in 1922, a long time ago.
That was a long time ago.
And then the Garland Theater was 1945. So you had this great Art Deco. It was state of the art when it was built.
Yeah.
So anyway, those are the three kind of interesting.
And I was doing some research that technically your mid-century construction started in 45. It's kind of 45 to technically it goes into the 60s.
Yeah,
I think
65-ish.
So that kind of 20-year span. So it was cutting edge. The Garland Theater.
It really was. And they put in 1955, I think it was. They actually were 54. They put in the widescreen and stereophonic sound system and new seats, and it was like, woo! It was the place to be.
It was.
It's still a cool place.
I mean, so my dad. I think my dad was born in 47.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Dad, if I screwed that up. But so for him, I mean, it was when he was 5 and 6. It was in its like that had just been updated to the new of the new.
Fun.
Like they used to go there all the time.
Yeah.
Every day in the summertime, they would go to a matinee at the Garland Theater.
That's pretty great. Because you didn't have Netflix, you didn't have the streaming, you didn't have all that
And I think they figured out a way to sneak in the back door.
Ron?
Buy one ticket, get 5 for free.
Ronald, that is a hooligan.
He probably was.
So, Matt, I wanted to actually give us an update from last week.
Oh, all right.
So last week, we talked about Kirtland Cutter.
Right.
And you asked me, like, where did because I told you that my mom was the one who was always bringing it up.
Yeah.
And you said, well, where did that come from? And I had some ideas. Well, and you asked another question, which was...
Marycliff, right?
Marycliff, are there any, and so I've got my mom.
Now I'm actually
thanks, Mom,
very
for
interested.
watching. She was like, here's some information
Your mom
for
watches,
you.
my mom listens.
That's right. Okay, so one of the people that we told you about was F. Lewis Clark. Maybe that will say
Lewis and Clark.
Yeah, so F. Lewis Clark.
Sorry, Lewis and Clark has nothing to do with F. Lewis Clark.
No, it's not the same person. Somebody liked them enough to name their child that. So Marycliff was originally designed, so specifically Gordon Hall. Okay, so Gordon Hall was originally designed as his home, and it was Kirtland Cutter.
Clark's home?
That's right.
Okay.
F. Lewis Clark's home, designed by Kirtland Cutter.
Okay.
And eventually, so after he died, it was sold. And then it was given to the bishop, and the bishop said, we should make this
so
whole area.
So I was right.
You're right.
So
it was a home
F. Lewis Clark's home,
yes.
gifted to the bishop,
yes.
that then became Marycliff's school for girls.
Yes, and that was a couple owners later.
Was it troubled girls? Kind of like...
No.
What is the Harry Potter one?
Cease and desist. No, the
Saint
interesting...
Brutus.
Stop.
I'm sorry.
The interesting thing, and the reason why this is significant to my mom is, yes, she went to Marycliff, but it became the music hall for Marycliff, which means the piano was there, which every day after school my mom used to go and play the piano at Gordon Hall, and then she was in the choir and things like that. So it was like the place to hang out.
I was so right.
You were so right.
Her history of being in a Kirtland Cutter designed building, home that turned into a school.
That's right.
I love it.
Yeah.
Man, God, I love when I'm right.
I'm so proud of you, really.
Thank you for doing that research.
I didn't have to do it. My mom just sent it to me. Boom.
Wait,
there.
you didn't even ask? She just listened to it and
she
told
listened
you?
to it and sent me the information.
I guess that's what happens when you have a week between shows.
That's right. Okay, so, Matt, switching gears. So we kind of have an interesting hodgepodge today of information, and it's
going to be an incredible
very
show.
Spokane related.
Yeah, very Spokane. It's probably going to be one of our highest rated shows.
Okay, so here's what we did. Here's what I did. I actually have been holding this for actually several months now, and I said, okay, there's this website, and I'll tell you the website later, that has the top 15 places to see if you're a visitor coming from out of town to Spokane. Now, I told Matt ahead of time. I said, listen,
I'm nervous.
We're going to do a quiz, and you're going to...
It's kind of a game show.
It's a game show. Da-da-da-dun-dun-dun-dun. Ba-da-da-dun-dun-dun-dun. I think that's the dating game, maybe. I'm not 100% sure. But, okay, so we're going to do this...
Date your city.
Date... How well do you know your city? So, Matt, you are going to tell me... here's what I said to him. You don't have to get all 15 right. You have to get 10 right, and then I will say that you have passed the test, that you are...
That I'm a good, connected community member,
right.
that I understand what you should see or do when you're in
visiting
Spokane.
in Spokane. Okay, so
wait, I'm going first, right?
You are going to? Yep.
I'm going to give you my list of 15,
yes,
and you're going to tell me which ones are correct.
Yes. You only have to
You'll
get 10 right.
probably be more telling me which ones are wrong.
Okay,
I bet
here we
most
go.
of them are right.
Here we go. So I've got my list over here. Give me your number. We want to start at 15? You want to start at number 15?
Here's the thing. These aren't in order. These were just as I wrote them down. I spent a bunch of time thinking.
Here we go.
So the first one on my list, the Falls at Riverfront Park.
Yes.
Of course.
Spokane Falls is number 2, and I'll tell you who this is now. Okay, this is TripAdvisor.
Okay.
So it's kind of interesting. It's a little bit of an outside perspective. I'm sure that they got some information from the locals, but okay. So you got number 2. Good job.
Excellent.
Ding, ding,
all
ding,
right.
Ding, ding.
The second one on my list, again, not in order of coolness.
Okay.
Though this one is really cool.
Okay.
Your notes are way bigger than mine.
I know it is.
Okay, I said Riverside State Park / Bull and Pitcher.
Hold on, let me see if they have it. Hold on, I'm pretty sure they do.
I mean, you got the bull.
Yes, there it is. Number 9. Bing, 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 bing. Good job, Matt. Good job. Good place to hike.
Now we're starting to get a little bit like those ones kind of came pretty quick.
Okay.
I said the Pavilion at Riverfront Park.
Unfortunately, that is definitely not on the list.
This is an absolute crap list.
Okay. Stop it.
All right.
Sorry, so the pavilion specifically is not there. Okay.
All right, we need a buzzer.
Okay.
That's that'll be if I lose.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Now we've got our sound effects in order. Okay, the fourth one on my list.
Yes.
Manitou Park.
Yes, that is number 1 on this list, which is interesting to me. Bing, 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 bing.
Good thing our sound effects is working well.
Uh-huh,
okay,
uh-huh.
Fifth on my list, the Gondolas.
Yes, they call it, what do they call it? Wait, yes, it's number 15. It's called the Sky Ride, apparently.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. It's called the Sky Ride.
Oh man, this one I don't know about this one.
Okay.
I'm standing by it as something.
Okay.
This is something you should do when you come to Spokane, even if it's not on the list.
I'm ready.
Let's see. Ride, walk, or scoot the Centennial Trail.
Bing, 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 bing. Number 4. Bravo. Actually, okay, so never mind. Go ahead. Continue.
All right. Next place that you should go to.
Okay.
The Summit House on Mount Spokane. Or Mount Spokane.
Okay, Mount Spokane. Yes.
I mean, I think while you're there, going to the top to drive up to the Summit House is super cool.
Yeah, or hike, or bike, or whatever those things. That is number 12. Bing, 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 bing,
yes,
bing.
God, I'm doing so well.
That's
the halfway mark.
That's the hockey thing.
All right.
Okay.
8th on my list.
Okay.
Martin Woldson Fox Theater.
Bing, 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 bing.
Damn, I'm good.
Oh man, I'm really proud of you, honey. I gotta find it.
I'm almost. I have got so many correct.
Hold on.
Wait, am I?
I'm just looking.
Did you give me false hope?
No, there it is. Number 7. Good job. Good job.
Right, okay.
Okay.
9 on my list. The historic Davenport Hotel.
That is interesting. It's not in the top.
Here's
15.
the thing. On TripAdvisor, I could see why they maybe don't do that, because then it could sound like they're promoting a specific place of business.
Okay.
But here's the deal. Especially coming up in the Christmas holiday.
Oh yeah.
It's beautifully decorated. Super historical.
It must be a thing.
They have to be careful to
maybe
not be
so,
this business is one of the best places to visit. All right. I will give them that. I'm standing by it as one of the top 15.
Sorry for all the shuffling of papers. So
it's probably awesome on the radio.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Number 10, we talked about this, and so I don't know if it will be based especially on this whole business thing. I said Fergusons and the Milk Bottle on Garland.
No.
If you're a fan of Benny and June,
yes, it's true.
And I'm totally spacing his name, and he's gonna be pissed at me
because he's such good friends with you.
Why can't I think of his name?
Don't tell him.
Damn it!
Don't tell him.
Okay.
It's going to come to him at some point in this episode. Continue.
I'm distracted now. All right, number 11 on my list. So I've missed 3, 2 recently, so I'm still not at my 10. The Mac Museum.
It is not on here. Hold on. Okay, the question is, Matthew. No, it's not here.
Okay, well, we can kind of go back to the things I missed and argue through that if necessary. Okay, so hold on. I got to put a line through that one because I'm keeping score.
I'm sorry.
All right, we're starting to. The problem is the deeper in the list we go, the less likely it might be on the list.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, number 12 on my list.
You're really loud. Keep it down, mister. He's excited.
Number 12 on my list. Indian painted rocks and the Spokane house. Those are considered one.
I don't see that on this list at all. Sorry, buddy.
It's kind of cool. You can see some native art on the back of a cave wall.
Yeah, it is
cool. Or
cool.
so they've told us.
You're going on Friday.
To that?
Yes.
No, I thought we were going to Riverside State Park.
Well, technically, it's like the northern part of Riverside State Park. It's a Spokane house.
Pay attention where we're going on Friday. Sorry, Miss Betty. I'll promise to be there. Right. Number 13.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm going to make it. Green Bluff.
Yes. Bing, 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 bing. Number 5. Especially this time of year. I mean, come on. It's a popular thing to do.
5, 6, 7, 8. I got to get the
last
next two.
Okay.
I have to get, and I'm really not sure about it.
I'm really nervous about it.
I don't think I'm going to do it.
Okay.
All right. Number 14 on my list is Arbor Crest.
It's not.
It's the problem is this whole business thing.
The funny thing is they actually have
a business.
They have some businesses in here, but they're not in the top 15.
Here's what I did. I did delete a few and change them, and so I kept track of the ones I pulled off in case there's honorable mention.
All right.
Because I've lost. The thing is that why even talk about the last one? I've already lost.
Oh, he's not. He's a sore loser
and
a sore winner. Actually, that is the problem we have here, folks. He can't win and he can't lose.
That's not true. If I win well, I am fine with it. But if I win and know I could have done better, it's
and
about...
I'm saying you're bad at both.
Fine.
I love him.
All right. Now, the 15th on my list was Finch Arboretum.
I think that is on here. Hold on.
You should have done a better list.
I know. I printed it and then I was like
12 pages.
It's not in the top 15.
All right. Well.
Now, as I'm going through this, if I've missed it, we can.
Oh, don't worry. I will let you know.
Okay. All right. So let's see what TripAdvisor has to say.
Do you want my honorable mentions?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Okay. So the things I took off, Dick's Drive-In. I was like, that's kind of iconic, but you should. It's not like a must.
Okay.
So that was the first one I deleted. I did say Brown's Edition, so Patsy Clark's Campbell House, Coeur d'Alene Park.
Okay, so the Campbell House is on the list.
And that was your question about the Mac Museum.
Yeah, because it's right next door to the Mac Museum, but it is definitely a different experience than the Mac.
And then the other one I put on there that I don't think TripAdvisor, because now that I know who's putting this out, I would have changed my answers.
I see.
The Cliff Park Overlook, because
no.
that's a great spot to be.
It is a great spot to be.
Go see the city.
Yeah.
From above.
Okay.
All right. What
so
else?
Here's what we got. No, you don't get to look. Manitou Park.
Yeah, had it.
You had Spokane Falls.
Yeah.
You said the Pavilion, and I kind of feel like I should give you a half point for the fact that it's Riverfront Park as a whole.
Oh.
Not just the Pavilion. Well, I was just being specific. You said the
Pavilion. I was being specific. Riverfront Park is being general.
There you go. This is an interesting one. Gonzaga University.
If it was Family Feud, they would have given it to me.
I disagree.
All right.
Okay. Gonzaga University was one of them, which I thought was interesting. And it is a beautiful campus.
It's a beautiful campus. And I guess a lot of people go there because it's famous because of the basketball team and stuff.
I guess. There you go.
All right. I won't dog on
Spokane. Don't dog on Spokane.
I'm not dogging on Spokane.
Then just generally speaking, downtown Spokane.
I saw the D on that and I thought it said Domino's.
Domino's Pizza. It's a must-see in Spokane, Washington.
You gotta go downtown Spokane.
It'd be like if we had the last Blockbuster.
What does that even mean, downtown Spokane?
Downtown Spokane.
Like the 80-block radius of downtown Spokane.
And here's the note. The Davenport Hotel is the anchor hotel in this town and is gorgeous.
I'm putting it out to the listeners that if the Davenport is identified as the anchor of downtown Spokane and the Davenport was on my list, should I not have gotten that? I'm just going to say, we'll let the
Now, here's one of my favorite places in Spokane that was not on your list, and that is the Japanese Gardens. It's actually called Nishikuni Nishinomiya.
Should have practiced that.
I know, I did
before.
actually. Just a second. Tsutakawa. Japanese garden. There you go. The other one's Avista Stadium. Okay.
I actually thought about like Spokane. I would have called it Spokane Indian Stadium.
Right. And then, what's the last one? Steam Plant Square.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Now, listen. Now, not the restaurant, but Steam Plant Square is an interesting place, and it's also designed by Kirkland
The
Cutter.
Steam Plant Square over the flour mill.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
Seriously.
Don't get so angry. We see what I have to deal with every time I want to play a game with this guy. They also have other items. The Mac is on here, but it's number 18. They've got Finch Arboretum on here. They have the South Hill.
I had
as a South Hill. Like, okay, that's interesting.
TripAdvisor.
Here's the worst one. Here's the worst one. Spokane Valley Mall.
Oh, for goodness sake. What number is that?
That was number 22.
Here's the thing: it's kind of like Yelp for restaurants. TripAdvisor is like, what are the things to do in this town?
Well, here's what they do. They actually have their users rate things, and they're taking it by.
I want to know how many
ratings.
users rated the South Hill as a place to visit.
Okay, actually, I have it.
And then we should move on because nobody else probably cares.
Okay, let's just see. Hold on, everybody. The South Hill.
Three people said visit the South Hill. It's 4 stars.
South Hill. Where is it? South Hill. Where are you?
It's way down the list.
Oh my goodness.
Now you can't find it.
No, I can't find it. I'm going to find it. But 1,464 people voted on Manitou Park, and 2,058 people voted for Riverfront Park, which I thought was interesting. But it's still only third on the list. All right.
That is interesting. All right.
Maddie.
If you find it, just jump in.
Go ahead.
We'll move on. We're going to talk now.
Mm-hmm.
So fall, we mentioned, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because we've got our tea here, that it is now the early part of fall. And so we thought it would be fun, or you thought it would be fun, really. Like, let's just give credit where credit is due. The idea was Jessica's, so if you hate it,
blame me.
Is to talk about October, what's going on in Spokane in October, not just events.
You don't always get a chance to really talk about the goings-on. It seems like sometimes that gets pushed.
We told you this was going to be a Spokane-focused show. Yes, Jessica, did you finally find it?
So first of all, I just want to finish up the
Close out our game.
I think you did a good job, honey. I do. I think you did a really
I think I did a good
job
too, but I prefer to be great.
Yes, I know. South Hill, 64 people voted.
64 people. I don't even want to know who those people are.
Yeah. Okay.
Somebody probably listening to this voted for it.
Maybe so.
And they're like very angry at me now.
All right, so let's talk about what's happening in October in Spokane.
All right, so some of this stuff will carry beyond just October, but
okay.
On the list, wasn't it on the list? Yeah, Green Bluff. So the first thing I put on here for fall was Green Bluff.
Yes.
And there's 15 different listed growers on the City of Spokane website when it talks about Green Bluff. So these would be different.
16, okay.
15. The Apple Festival is every weekend through October. It's also in September, so you could go this weekend if you want, after you stop by the open house. And so that's got apple picking, pumpkin. You can get pumpkins for pre-Halloween stuff.
You can buy freshly made pies.
Oh, there's all sorts of things you can buy.
I'm thinking about the things that
apple cider, fresh pressed apple cider.
One of the best things you can get there, and I'm sure lots of people will agree with this, pumpkin donuts.
Oh yeah, I think they're donut holes, aren't they?
No,
or maybe they're
donuts.
I did see that.
I'm sure they have both because you have to cut
corn
out
maze.
the middle.
So they're gonna have a corn maze going on. Family wagon rides. I thought this was interesting. It said, try to find the cannon shooting pumpkins into the air. I'm like, okay.
I didn't know.
Or the corn firing air gun using pumpkins for target practice.
Wow. I didn't even know these things existed.
Probably depends on which grower's farm you're at.
Yep.
So absolutely. I guess spend a whole weekend out there. You might find those things. All right, so Green Bluff, you really should check it out. Local or not, you need to go out there at one point. And most people really love it. Like, it's tradition.
Yeah.
Fall tree tour. So, actually, purposefully going around to look at some of the fall colors.
Oh, man.
So there
so
are a
beautiful.
handful of places that are specifically identified as
Really?
great places to do that. Yeah.
Okay.
So
who puts that out?
that's the city.
The
city
city?
kind of
Okay.
identifies that. So
Okay.
Riverfront Park.
Okay.
No wonder they rate it so highly on TripAdvisor. Green Bluff, of course. So both of those. The Finch Arboretum. They actually have a walking tour, and I mean, so let's talk about like leaves and fall colors. Holy heck! Go
Can
ahead.
I say something?
Yeah, of course.
I remember when we were buying some trees for our yard.
Oh yeah, we talked about this when we did a show on the Finch Arboretum.
Right, we went
go out
through-
there first to see what it looks
and
like.
we like went in the fall to see, because you know what a tree looks like when you're buying it in the summertime. This was the case then, but we wanted to know what it looked like in the fall. Like,
Yeah,
what
so
did
certain trees, like the sugar maples, are some of the first ones to turn, and they're really
so
bright
pretty.
red.
They're so pretty.
Yeah, so are the red leaves, yellow leaves, orange leaves. Red's my favorite.
Yeah.
Yellow is the most boring. Okay,
Sorry,
Manitou. Yellow and the people voting for the South Hill. Manitou Park and Manitou Boulevard, or those are both, and then the Japanese Garden is inside of Manitou Park. That's why I didn't list it.
You want me to say the name again?
No, God,
Okay,
please no.
okay.
Iller Creek Trail in the Dishman Hills Conservation Area. So I've never done that for fall, but I'm sure it's pretty. Lots of bushes and things. And then the Centennial Trail, and specifically the section that runs from Gonzaga University through Riverfront Park, has the most deciduous trees on it, and it's along the river.
Nice.
And so, it's a really calm part of the river, and so if the lighting is right, you're going to have not just the bright colors of the trees, but then it's going to be reflecting off of that calm water in the river. So tons of people do their senior pictures down there that time of year. And,
Can I make a confession?
Sure.
Okay.
I guess it depends on what it is, but
I don't think I've ever really been on the Centennial. I mean, I'm sure there are part of the Centennial Trail that I've been on, but I've never hey, let's go on the Centennial Trail and do a couple miles or whatever. I've never done
out in
that.
the valley. We have.
Okay.
You always skip bike day. That's part of the problem.
I just never really. I feel kind of bad about that.
Well, maybe this fall we should go on a Lime scooter ride from GU to
or
downtown.
actual biking. I mean, I'm
Or a
okay
walk.
with that.
Okay. Wow,
Sorry.
this is a mishmash show.
It
isn't
is. I'm just feeling
How
the
are
need.
you going to go on the Centennial Trail? Let us know. Comment below.
Oh
All right. So here are a couple things that traditionally happen in the fall, but
Okay.
COVID has shut down this year, it appears.
Okay.
So Terrain is the first Saturday in October. Terrain is
It's really cool when that
it's
comes
an
back.
annual, one night only, multimedia art and music event celebrating artists in the Spokane area.
It's super cool.
Yeah, it is really cool.
It's great. A friend of ours helps run that, and it's pretty awesome.
The Magic of Halloween with Spokane Symphony. I mean, I know the symphony's performing, but I didn't.
Oh, we've done
that's
that.
the Harry Potter
We've done
music.
that 2 or 3
2 or
times,
3 times,
with
yeah.
the kids. So awesome.
It looked like I couldn't find an actual time for it, so it appears that maybe they're not running it this year, maybe because it's for kids. And anyway, all right. So here's some other things. We've got the Banff Mountain Film Festival on the 1st and 2nd of October at Bing Crosby Theater. I actually saw that. I'm like, dang, I should maybe see if there's any tickets left.
Matt loves that. It's like
so much
outdoor.
fun.
It's super cool. Like
It's
yeah.
Sandpoint is a great place to go see that, I will say. First Friday, so that's kind of also an art display. That's the first Friday of every month, I think, not just in October.
Not just in October. And it changes.
You
It goes to
might
different
like
places.
this one. I'm hiding my notes.
Okay.
Lilac City Comic-Con is on the 2nd and 3rd of October.
2nd and 3rd. Where is it taking place?
The
Convention Center.
yeah.
My brother does that. Is it? And it's running this year?
It said it was. Yeah, it's listed. Downtown Fall Fest is on October 2nd, and this
Okay.
is basically Riverfront Park and River Park Square. It sounds like they're going to have animals down there.
Oh, wow.
So anyway, that's
cool.
October 2nd. Check it out. Amy Grant on October 11th.
Get out of here. Get out of... Those of you who know who Amy Grant is,
God.
I see you.
And if you don't know who Amy Grant is, Machine Gun Kelly will be here featuring JX and I'm sure that's...
Not together, though?
No, they're there. They're featured. They're together.
Whoa. Machine Gun Kelly is doing a concert with Amy Grant.
No, not for God's sake.
Again, if you know who Amy Grant is, I see you.
All
And
right, we
Machine
gotta
Gun
wrap
Kelly
it up.
is
We're
not
wrapping
quite
this
right.
thing up. Okay, so Leslie Odom Jr. at the Fox on
Yes.
the 15th. Cats the Musical runs from the 19th to the 24th, and Disney on Ice is 23rd and 24th. So there's, some stuff happening
There's
in
a
October.
lot of stuff, so get out there, look at the information, get your tickets now so you can enjoy all the wonderful things to do
If
in Spokane.
we have inspired you with questions or thoughts or comments, please reach out to us at 509-62-HOUSE or hit us up on the social media channels at EvoReal, EVOREAL. We'll talk to y'all next week. Have a
Cool.
great fall.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.